at 10th and P.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Service Ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
The captain, Vershawn Jackson.
Hillariola, the doctor, the Polynesian Bowl. He had a lot of throws. He made a couple nice throws. He threw outs. He threw a deep dig. He threw a slant that went to the house. There were so many different passes that we saw him. And he's got a little quick twitch. Is he fast? No. Quick twitch? Yes. It was good to see him moving around. Listen, he connected with, guess who?
Carter Nelson.
Thank you. We got a chance to see Carter twice. It was good for me to watch that because I think that's a precursor of what's.
This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Erick Strickland.
Strickland for three! And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Brought to you by Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
It is 74 degrees in the studio, which is six numbers lower than the number of miles of hour I'm throwing off the mound. I'm hitting 80, Stricky. I'm hitting 80.
Mississippi Mud Dog said never.
Gas.
You got gas like
Straight
that?
gas.
Boy, we need to get you down to KC. Maybe they need some help.
You played corner outfield. You had an arm.
I had, okay, if when they did my scouting and they do their reports, I had an above average arm.
Of course you did.
I didn't have a Bo Jackson arm. Like Bo could like throw off his back foot
from the right field fence to third base.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
sir. Didn't have that. But I had an above average arm. I did have, if I remember correctly, I had 4 or 5 assists.
Nice.
Meaning, I'm coming up. They're going first to third. I'm coming up and I'm slinging. And I threw out guys at least 4 times. And one guy, I think, going first to second, like going into the gap. And so I had an above average arm. You can't have a weak arm in right field.
No.
So, I mean, it was one hoppers. I didn't have that all the way, but that skipper one hopper to the third. Yeah, I can do that.
Were you playing on natural surfaces or any turf at all?
Naturals. Yeah, man. A lot of but my rookie year, we played on a lot of the spring training facilities.
Right.
So obviously the equipment and it's going to be good, but boy, oh boy, when we went up to the New York Penn League, I remember we played, I think it was Oneata. It was Oneata Yankees. And we played them. And boy, oh boy, when I tell you, I think it was the Yankees and Detroit. I can't remember where Detroit was, but they had like little gopher holes.
Oh, gosh.
So sometimes, like, if the ball kind of got in there, it would skip and do some funny things. You had to really be a pro to really play out there, because you had to catch them on skips, crazy hops. Then they had some of the dirt had like these little rocks. So sometimes the infielders would catch these little skippers. It was wild.
I remember one of my brothers, I think it would have been my youngest brother, playing up at Sam Crawford Field in Wahoo, playing center, barehanded a ball in the outfield, like off of bounds. Coach asked him, "We don't show off like that. Why are you doing that?" He said, "Coach, it hit the hole. I could have stuck my glove all the way across. Like, this is the only thing that I had to do."
So it hit and boom and shot. Yeah, man, it did. Yeah, that happens a lot.
Crawford hops are real. If anyone has ever played at Sam Crawford Field in Wahoo, but it makes me feel slightly less bad knowing that pros got those hops too.
Yeah, we got them.
What was the favorite field you ever played on for baseball? Like, nicest surface?
I want to say the Braves in Florida had a really nice one. I can't remember if it was Fort Myers where it was, because they change around. It may not be where it was, but I think the Braves had a really nice one. We actually had a dope one as well. Ours was in Melbourne at the time. It was really dope. It was Space Coast Stadium. It was really nice. But the colors were sweet. We had that teal green and that orange. I mean, that teal green and that black. It was it was kind of dope, bro.
Yeah.
Fun.
I was lucky enough to play at Werner Park and at Haymarket Park.
Oh, yeah?
Stricky, those are the nicest surfaces I have ever set foot on.
Yeah.
They are so springy, so cushy, truest hops you can ever get. Dirt was perfectly manicured, not too hard, not too soft. I love the squeaking.
What did you play there for?
So it was a showcase
Legion tournament.
Showcase game for just Nebraska high school baseball at Werner, and then just a one-off summer Legion game. Yeah, between us and Lincoln Christian.
Oh, okay.
So
cool.
I don't know how it happened. All I know is I am incredibly fortunate to have said I set foot there. Which also, again, if I'm touching 80, Rob Childress, I still have 4 years of eligibility left.
Come get him.
I'm just saying, I'm right here. I'm just down the street.
He could be a middle reliever.
Come get him. Gorilla Bear says his height, the third baseman was required to wear a helmet with a mask.
No way.
I want to call cap, but here's the thing. I played third base one game in high school, and I wanted to wear a helmet with a mask. I was not cut out for third base, Stricky.
A lot of the times, it can be those, the little archway where it can be a little bit higher. So if it ever hits that archway,
that little lip,
lip, and it'll shoot off on you. Yeah. And the outfield sometimes is like that too. Like if you hit a nice ball and it kind of gets to the just where the infield and the outfield start, sometimes that lip is a little high. It can skirt off of there as well. It's some wild stuff depending on how they manicure the thing. Yeah.
For sure. Text line, let us know the best field you ever played on for baseball, 402-464-5685. Gator said he was also able to play at Werner for state baseball. And Girl Bear says the old field in Hickman is the one that had the bad hops for third baseman. Mad respect to catchers for donning all that gear. Mad respect to pitchers for standing 60 and a half feet away. Mad respect to third and first baseman playing the corners where you get bullets lasered at you. I can't do it.
Yeah, especially for me on the left side. I'm coming at you. It's coming out hot.
Yeah.
I'm trying to yank everything going that way. No, I could go opposite field too. You
strike me as a gap to gap guy.
I'm a gapper guy.
Yeah,
I'm a gap to gap guy.
Stricky likes to run
on a line. Like usually, if I hit a home run, it was gone quick. It wasn't going to be a bomb. Yeah, it was a liner out. Yeah. I hit like that.
I get you.
Yeah, man. What's going on for today, man? Tell me what's good. We got some good sponsors. We've got great people that are always listening. We appreciate all of you. Man, what's going on today, man? It's Tuesday. Taco Tuesday. We got the great tacos that came through.
Delco Dave's.
They came through.
Again, 12th and O Street. Go check them out for lunch all throughout the week. Scaper is saying Dave Nitschke Memorial Field in Pender was his favorite. Lance is saying try playing third base in slow pitch softball. Yeah, no thanks. No thanks, Lance, at all. No. If you want to do it, respect to you. 5871 says Duncan Field in Hastings. I've heard that's a really nice field, but I never actually got to play on that one. Well, you keep those responses for your favorite baseball field you ever played on rolling in. We're going to turn our attention to a busy weekend in college basketball here for a few minutes, Strick. Really, there are 3 big games this weekend. They all take place back-to-back on Saturday. The first one is number 4 Houston traveling to number 8 Kansas. We know the Big 12 has been Kansas's league outside of the 1 year Baylor won the title, and then Kansas State sprung up last year and shared the title. Kansas has dominated that conference. Houston's dominated the American. They've won, 25 plus games for a handful of years in a row now. Kelvin Sampson really has that program going. They did just survive Texas in overtime yesterday. Strick, I'm excited for this game because I think this is 2 heavyweight programs. But what I think is going to happen, you know this, you've played down at the Fog.
Yeah.
Kansas gets home cooking. If that happens, I don't think Kelvin Sampson's going to be scared to speak his mind.
No, I don't think he will, but they're going to come in there and fight because a lot of Kelvin Sampson's teams always they're scrappy. They're going to fight. And so it's going to be interesting to see that matchup. I'm looking forward to it actually. Big upset, I think, shout out to Mississippi State. beating LSU, grinding it out. That was kind of interesting. What I'm interested to see is how Illinois plays against Ohio State at Ohio State. You know, they can be a little bit dangerous there at Ohio State. That's an interesting matchup for me. A lot of high-ranked opponents are going on the road, and we've seen the struggles of teams that have been on the road. So it's going to be interesting to see if they can get fired up. Obviously, North Carolina's going to hit the road. Marquette's going to hit the road and play against Villanova. Villanova's obviously down, but they're right there in the middle of the pack in the Big East. So that's a dangerous game. And then so that's going to be fun to see, man. I'm looking forward to kind of watching some of these games over the weekend, or as we get through the weekend to the weekend.
You mentioned Carolina going on the road. They're the only undefeated ACC team left standing on the men's side of the bracket.
Shout out to Hubert Davis, Dallas Maverick. Yeah, we had good times. He's one of the ones that we worked out together. I would work out with him constantly to make sure my shooting was on point. Shout out to him. Good job, because a lot of people was called for his head last year.
They were.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he managed the situation admirably. Here's the thing. If Carolina doesn't get got in Atlanta tonight, they're getting got on Saturday, Stricky.
Is that what's going to get them, Duke?
They're getting got on Saturday.
Let me ask this, though.
Okay.
It's in Carolina, though, right?
It is in the Dean Dome.
Trouble.
Just where we want it. And the regular season in Cameron? Okay.
Is it because you think the cancer of that group was Caleb Love?
I think that has something to do with it. I think both on and off the court.
Yeah.
I think it was a lot of Caleb Love in Caleb Love's mind. I don't want to throw rumors that are unsubstantiated out there. You know, you always hear the rumblings of the locker room issues. I don't know anything about that. But what I do know is on the court, he could take over a game. Sometimes for the better, usually for the worse. And Carolina hasn't been vintage Carolina for a few years, but RJ Davis has really developed with Caleb Love gone. Baycott is one of the most productive bigs in college basketball. You look at even like Harrison Ingram, who is a 5-star transferring in from Stanford. Carolina has a lot of nice pieces on that team, even like Cormac Ryan, who transfers from Notre Dame. Caleb Love, there's definitely a time and a place for him, but I think everything that comes with being a Tar Heel got to Caleb Love's head in his time in Chapel Hill. So I think a fresh start out in Arizona where he can still be a big name, but not necessarily the big name, the difference in expectation level, and just a new voice. I don't want to put the blame on Hubert Davis for not getting through to Caleb Love. I think it's a young man that's just growing up, right? Sometimes it takes a year or two in college.
No doubt about it. Listen, shout out to Alabama jumping in. The Crimson Tide jumping into the top 25. My boy,
your boy,
Latrell Ricell Jr. has been playing excellent, getting over 23 minutes a game. But he's been balling. His field goal percentage numbers have been going up a little bit. He's at 46% from three, so he's been stroking it. He's the best. He's their best 3-point shooter right now. So
you know who else is balling?
Talk to me.
Hunter Salas.
Hunter Salas is going to work down in Wake Forest. He's going to work down in Wake Forest. Like I don't know if he stays. I think he might try to make a jump.
Stricky, he's averaging 18, 4, and 2.5 this year.
Steals. Assists. Because he's a steal guy too.
Steals this year, and about half a steal and half a block per game.
Yeah.
So he's doing it all. He's shooting 48% from the floor, but here's the biggest thing, Strick: 39% from three.
Yeah.
He's handling the ball. He's playing off ball. This is the Hunter Salas we thought we were going to see.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, good move for him. I think it was a move to get him to a place to where he could be free to do his thing. It didn't seem like him and Mark Few had a good, just a relationship reported with each other. It just, I don't know. Maybe Mark Few didn't see something in him that, they thought, or maybe he wasn't patient enough to wait it out because there was guys ahead of them.
I think there's some of both, right? Yeah. Gonzaga guards aren't usually good when they're young, but then you see the guys that stick it out get better. I think Jalen Suggs is the one and done, is kind of the exception. Nembhard was good as a freshman too, except he wasn't at Gonzaga for that. So Andrew Nembhard had to transfer in. We'll keep talking some college hoops. We'll talk a lot of Big Ten and plenty more as we continue on the block here in just a minute.
The following is a test of the emergency alert system.
This is James Harrell with NP Dodge Real Estate. When I became a licensed realtor, I wanted a brokerage that would help me grow in my new career. I found that in Lincoln First Realty. When Lincoln First was acquired by NP Dodge, the training and support I received only got better. I love knowing I have the power of the NP Dodge brand behind me. I would recommend NP Dodge to new agents looking to jumpstart their real estate career and to current agents who want to take their business to the next level.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Load up on meat and more this winter at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's special through January 30th is $2 off Steakhouse burgers and buy one Urban Slicer Pizza Works dough, get an Urban Slicer Pizza Works pizza sauce for free. Don't forget their 2 new locations now open at 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Hey guys, Jake Sorensen here from Early Break. The garage door at our house has been needing replacement for a couple years, and a few months ago, we finally did something about it. Steve's Garage Doors and Services was great through the whole process in providing options and also going to the next level to get a door that was approved by our HOA. And best of all, the removal of the old door and installation of the new door was done smoothly with no issues. Call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today at 402-480-2840.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. We'd like to say thank you for a record-setting 2023. So let's start off 2024 with the bang. They've got huge trade-in bonuses and finance bonusing happening right now on our new inventory at Koppel. Get up to $8,500 off select new models at Koppel. So if you're shopping for a new GM product, go to our website at koppelcars.com. You won't believe the discounts. Make that short money-saving drive down 144th Street. You'll be glad you did. Must have trade and finance with the roof credit. Stock number G2076684.
If you're looking for a pre-owned tractor to upgrade your operation, you'll find a wide selection at your local Landmark Implement. We'll work with you to find the right equipment for your needs at a price that's right for you, all backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network. During the month of January, choose from an 8-month interest waiver or a 3.9% fixed rate for up to 60 months on used 6, 7, 8, or 9 series tractors with approved credit. Visit landmarkimp.com to see our complete inventory or stop by your local Landmark location today and experience the Landmark difference.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
I see the future in our public school classrooms every day. I'm Jenny Benson, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. I also see how critically important parent and community support is to our students' success. Support your public schools. Get involved. Form a business school partnership or become a school volunteer. Great schools and great communities work hand in hand.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association in this station.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Think you need a new furnace due to a cracked heat exchanger? Call Bryant for a free second opinion. Might save you thousands, no matter what brand. Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating. We do whatever it takes.
Drinking and driving causes serious harm to friends, family members, and loved ones. In 2021, 65 people were killed in Nebraska by a car crash involving a drunk driver. Do not drink and drive. By drinking less, you can still be here for your loved ones. If you or loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
If you're not going to Memorial Stadium for a home game and don't have any travel plans for away games, there's a great place in Omaha to catch the action, the Inner Rail Food Hall. There's plenty of space. The Backstretch Bar has amazing game specials on game days. $15 Blue Moon and Bud Light pitchers, $6 margaritas, and $6 Moscow Mules. And if you're hungry, take in some of their great options from their game day pizza specials. Do football game day right in the Inner Rail Food Hall in Exarban Village in Omaha.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back on the block, Strick. Yes, it is Tuesday. I'm feeling lively and feeling great. I should go over to the mill and get a nice glass of wine. Ooh. That's the beautiful thing about where we are now, man. The mill's got it all.
Mm-hmm.
If I want to get nice and crispy on some coffee, I can do that.
That's the pick-me-up.
That's the pick-me-up.
You need to slow you down. Get the
if
wine.
I want to sip on the wine, shout out to Kevin Myers, Cork and Bottle. Hey, Kevin, if you're listening, I'm coming. I'm coming to get that wine that you told me about the last time you was here. I've got to get it to break it in at the house. It's a must. It has to happen. So we're going to talk a little bit now. We're going to get into some Big Ten football action. And the reason is because the transfer portal's been hot. It's been hot. And to me, the Nebraska Cornhuskers have been on fire.
Mm-hmm.
They have been blazing a trail in the transfer portal that has surprised me. They have retained their not a whole bunch of people have jumped in the transfer portal to depart, but that's okay because that time's coming after spring. There's gonna be all of the big trucks are gonna be lined up trying to take everybody's stuff to hightail it out of town. I think that's going to happen. But as of right now, the transfer portal has been hot for the Huskers. Who's lost in? Basically, who's lost a lot when you look at the transfer portal? Who has lost a lot and who has gained a lot at this point?
So if you look at the pure number of players that have left teams, it won't shock you to know that places with coaching changes.
Michigan, Washington.
Not Michigan, actually. Washington, so far, has lost 23 players.
Ooh, Lord have mercy.
That's a full starting lineup on offense and defense.
Oof.
Plus a punter.
Alabama.
Or a kicker. We're just looking at the Big Ten. I don't have the Alabama numbers.
Ooh, Alabama's lost.
They had 30 in the portal at one point, which, goodness gracious.
And some big names, too.
You know who else has 30 in the Big Ten?
Penn State.
Michigan State.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, the green. It was what is it called? Squid Games.
Squid Game.
Green, red light, green light. And the green, and no pun intended on the green of Michigan State's party. But yeah, there was some green hightailing out of Michigan State, huh?
Yeah. Also, Indiana had the coaching change after Tom Allen is fired or leaves, and then Kurt Cignetti comes in. They've lost 28 players.
Good Lord.
You mentioned Michigan. Guess how many players have announced their transfer from Michigan? Not just leaving, but they're transferring from Michigan. Guess how many players?
10.
Great guess. 9.
Okay.
Only 9 players. That's not the lowest in the Big Ten. Northwestern.
And we said that one of the things is we know that Sharon Moore has now taken over.
Mm-hmm.
I figured that they would still retain a lot of those players because of what transpired earlier in the season.
Mm-hmm.
They like him.
I'm curious to see who it is he's able to convince to come back. Not just to not go in the transfer portal, but what high-level players can he convince to return and try to run it back? I don't know what Michigan's going to do at quarterback. I mean, we had a lot of discussions about J.J. McCarthy, how good he is or isn't, but Michigan won games with him there. Now you don't know who the successor is at quarterback. Does Michigan try to dip into the portal after spring practice to get a guy? Do they go with what's on the roster? I think they missed out with Devin Brown, who ended up going to Oregon to back up Dylan Gabriel. Or Dante Moore. Where'd I get Devin Brown from? That's Ohio State. Dante Moore, who's from Detroit, doesn't come back to Michigan.
Backyard, yeah.
Goes to Oregon for a year. He'll likely be the backup to Dylan Gabriel. Northwestern Strick.
How's Dylan Gabriel doing this?
How?
Like how?
UCF to Oklahoma to Oregon. Climb that ladder, young man.
Boy,
it's impressive.
Yeah, it's impressive.
I'm mad at him for it.
And he got that good Phil Knight money.
Oh, is he ever? Oh,
that long Nike money.
Right.
Yeah.
Two teams that stand out to me otherwise, Strick. Iowa has only had 7 players leave in the transfer portal.
That's a surprise.
They've only added 1 player through the portal.
They don't do very well. What I talk? Can you? We need to look up Clemson. Has he made the adjustment? Because that's one of the things that I really want to know, because we talk about Dabo Sweeney a lot, and we talk about the fact that he is the blockbuster basically of college football, where he just was like, no, we're Clemson, we're the Tigers, we're in Death Valley, we are who we are, and this is how we're going to do it. And he did not embrace the transfer portal, and he did not really fully embrace the NIL initially. And so I'm interested to see, Austin, how Dabo has fared, and is he dipping in the transfer portal now? Has he finally kind of come to the realization that this is what it is and this is where I have to be in order to revamp or retool on my team?
According to On3 that I'm looking at, Clemson has lost 10 or 11 guys to the portal, and I'm not seeing any additions.
Wow. So it's an exodus with no put back in the coffers.
Yeah,
so it's a bunch of withdrawals.
Yeah.
With
no
paychecks.
Yeah. Tough way to make a living.
Yeah.
Because there's no pension in recruiting. There's no pension in recruiting.
That's a fact.
So yeah, Iowa is kind of Clemson-esque in that they've never really dipped into the transfer portal.
That's not been their thing.
Which is why it was weird last year. I mean, good for them for going out to get McNamara, who got hurt, to get Eric All, who got hurt. The wide receiver from Ohio State, Caleb Brown. I think Caleb Brown is his name. He didn't play as much role as I thought he was going to.
He came from Illinois?
From Ohio State.
Oh, from Ohio State.
Yeah,
okay.
Where he was a former 4-star, 5-star guy, one of the highest rated receiver recruits in Iowa history, and didn't really make as much of an impact as you would have thought. So it doesn't shock me that Iowa's only at 7, but there's another team, Strick, who has only lost 7 guys to the transfer portal.
In the Big Ten.
In the Big Ten, but they've gained 6, including 2 really key ones, if you ask me.
Penn State.
Them Nittany Lions.
Mm-hmm.
They get Julian Fleming.
That's a fact.
From Ohio State. And
Aller's going to like him, I think.
If he doesn't like him, that's on Drew Aller.
That's on him.
It really is.
Yeah.
Even more important to me, Nolan Rucci, who was a tackle for Wisconsin, commits to Penn State. Strick, I think Ohio State's better than Penn State. I think Oregon's better than Penn State. Penn State has no reason to finish behind Michigan again. No reason to finish behind Washington or USC. Penn State has to challenge this year. Make a break.
Because it's. I think it is. Is it Franklin's, like, is this his answer year or get the heck on?
It feels like it to me.
Because they haven't been able to break through on any, and it feels like the Penn State to me feels like the Cowboys. Every year it's like they feel like, oh, if this is it.
Sure.
Our defense is on another level. Oh, the offense, receivers, there's not much that anybody can do with us.
Finally got a quarterback.
Right? That's what it seems like. It's a shift of something every year. And every year it's, the tears of Jerry Jones.
Right. Now, Dallas has at least won the division and made the playoffs.
Well,
Penn State still hasn't made the 4-team college football playoff.
Yeah.
They've been on the doorstep, never gotten in. Last time they won the division was back in 2016.
I think they're just going to be happy to get into 12.
I think Penn State.
If they hold at that 3 slot,
man.
If they hold at that 3 slot, they'll get in. With the so let's play
this
talk
out.
that. Let's play that out. 2 super conferences plus Big 12. ACC outlier.
Yeah.
That's basically what we're looking at.
Yep.
Then you got the group of 5. Okay. That's what we're looking at. Let's start with ACC outlier. Florida State comes back.
We'll see. Questions about quarterback. I think the defense is still going to be solid, though.
Clemson returns to glory.
They'll challenge for it. Don't feel great about him.
Who's the outlier of the group? Is it Duke? Is it North Carolina? Is it North Carolina State? Who's the outlier? Wake Forest?
Probably.
Who's the team that could probably just be like, hey, guys? Like one of the, you remember the thing that we used to have when we were kids, the little Jack in the Box thing?
Yeah, you know what's going to pop up?
Yeah, who's that guy?
NC State's kind of Iowa-esque. Great defense, not a whole lot of offense, so I think they'll be frisky. And I don't want to put this on them because it's probably not going to happen, but Miami, top 5 recruiting class, if they get some impact freshmen.
That's been happening to them in the last 3 years.
Not quite that high.
That high, though.
So Miami feels
Do they got the quarterback
very similar. They have Cam Ward.
Okay.
I don't know if I buy him or not, but they have him.
Coming out of Washington State, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll see. That's going to be interesting. Okay, stop. Next. Go. You got anything else to
I was going to say
on?
Penn State. If they're third in the Big Ten.
So we're talking power conference.
Yeah.
Big Ten power conference now. Okay, go ahead.
Ohio State, I think, gets the bye. I think Ohio State's a top 4 team in college football. Does Penn State get to host a home game?
Pause. Is this if he doesn't break through this year, is he out of there? Ryan
I think he will want to leave.
Ooh, goodness.
I think he will want to leave because he'll say, I'm doing everything I can and you still want me gone. Okay, I'm out.
Interesting. Keep our eyes on that. You heard it here on the block. Okay, keep going.
If Penn State is the 3rd best team in the Big Ten,
then who's second?
It's Oregon.
Ooh,
but
okay.
Does the Big Ten then get to host 2 of those games in the first round of the playoff? Or if Penn State's 3rd in the Big Ten, do they have to go on the road?
They probably have to go on the road.
Depends on how you view the power conferences, though. Because if Penn State gets the Big Ten bump for being in one of the big 2 conferences, even if they're the 8 and Oregon's the 6 or the 5, Penn State would still get to host. And Penn State has been a top 10 team.
Right.
Pretty consistently. I know they've, bounced between, top 10 and top 15, but there's no reason Penn State shouldn't be a top 10 team again this year. And if you're top 10, well, it's just 1 or 2 spots that you have to have the Big Ten bump up to get to host a game. I'm not saying it's guaranteed Penn State host a game, but if I'm the Nittany Lions, that's my goal, is host a college football playoff first round game.
So here's what you got. Let's go to SEC then.
Okay.
Because I think 3 of them, maybe 4, can get in at the back end, right? If you're looking at 4, who do you think?
It's Georgia.
No. If you're looking at 4th team, if that 4th team can sneak in on that like 11-12 train, who do you think it could be? If it's Big Ten, and then we're going to go to the next conference.
If it's Big Ten or if it's SEC?
If it's Big Ten.
If it's Big Ten, that 4th team would be...
I don't think it's Washington.
No, I don't think it's Washington. I still have a lot of questions about Michigan.
Yeah.
Dare I say Iowa?
Oh gosh.
Like they will Iowa their way into that conversation. I am not a big believer in Wisconsin. They'll be solid, they'll be good, but I don't think they do anything as well as Iowa does defense. Yeah.
So basically
it's
you're
not
saying
Maryland,
3.
it's not Rutgers, it's not Minnesota, Illinois, it's not Northwestern.
Who do you think? 402-464-5685, Sauter Heyman text line, or on the stream, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, X, or YouTube as well. If you're on Allo and you got a computer, you can jump on there as well. But listen, who do you think could possibly be that 4th team that can squeak in? We know we've got a bunch of Kool-Aid drinkers for Nebraska. I don't know if they jump that high, but I still think they're going to make some noise. Now,
what happens if Dylan Raiola leads Nebraska to a college football playoff? Right?
Boy, he is
what
a
happens
legend.
to this city? What happens to this legacy?
It is off the chain. Buildings, all these, the empty building across the street turns into a new club, and there's strobe lights all over. It's going down.
It's the DRC.
It's going down. If that happens, it's going down. No question.
It's not going to happen, but just like imagine.
Yeah, boy. Well, we can dream.
Yeah. That's what we're going to do.
We can dream about it. You know the song.
I know what you're going.
Billy Ocean. Okay, listen. SEC. Let's talk about it.
Georgia's in. Ole Miss has a good shot.
Really? Okay, they were 9th this year, so okay.
Yeah.
I like where you're at. Georgia.
It's Ole Miss, though. Ole Miss might just do the Ole Miss thing and go 9-3 and miss it by a game. Is there enough residual talent at Alabama to get them in? Is DeBoer a good enough coach to sneak them in? I don't know.
I don't know about that.
LSU losing a lot.
Jaded, yeah.
Not just Jaden Daniels, but Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas Jr. That's a big deal.
What about Missouri?
Missouri.
Do they rebound or was that just a one-offer?
Missouri's going to be top 25. I'm still in wait-and-see mode for
They
them.
got in the top 10 this year, baby. They was number 8 in the country.
Beat Ohio State in that Cotton Bowl. The other team that I think we have to keep our eye on, I'm not saying
You're
they're
going to
my
say Tennessee.
pick.
You're going to say Tennessee.
Tennessee's interesting to me.
Please don't say Florida.
Absolutely not Florida.
Okay.
Absolutely not Florida. Kentucky. Fringe, under the radar, schedule sets up pretty well.
That's a Duke Blue Devil call.
What love do I have for Kentucky?
None.
I'm looking at it with my eyes, Tricky.
All right. Get it.
I'm just saying dark horse.
I like it. That's your
what
dark
I'm
horse.
saying. Yeah.
Keep your eyes on it. I want to keep my eyes on that. Now, so we went there. We can't really talk about Power Fives. I mean, the group of 5, because that can just, it could be Tulane. It could be SMU. It could be
Memphis.
Yeah, it could be any
Boise.
of them. But who in the Big 12?
The Big 12.
That's a toss-up to me.
I feel very confident in Oklahoma State.
Oh.
Ollie Gordon back, Alan Bowman back for
They
his
only get
7th
one or
year. They get Oklahoma State for sure. And then it comes down to if Kansas State or Kansas can make that next leap.
I think I'm going to go to the Kansas State-Colorado game.
Woo!
I think I'm going to go.
Woo! Out in Boulder?
Yeah, out in Boulder. I think me and Class going go WTF it out there.
Nice.
Yeah. I think that's going to go down.
You talk Folsom.
Yeah.
That's the name of the show?
That's the name of the chalk.
Nice.
So, okay, so those two potentially. Colorado makes any garbage.
That's a 5-7 schedule.
Texas A&M, Doodle Brown.
Nah.
Texas. Ooh, you didn't even say Texas going to the
shoot, I
SEC.
forgot. Yeah, Texas is probably in that conversation, especially with Ewers back.
I don't think Oklahoma's in it, but I think Texas. I think Texas.
So it's Georgia, Texas, Ole Miss, pretty much for sure.
For sure.
In
And
that
then
conversation.
whoever else.
And
pops
then
up. Could be Missouri, could be
LSU, Tennessee,
any one of them potentially.
Kentucky.
Because the reason I say this is, Austin, I think the new super conferences are going to get so much deference that it's very possible that they could get 4.
Oh, for sure.
Because of just the schedule strength, that if you emerge in the top 4 of those groups, you're going to be in the top 12. It's just, it just seems to me how it's going to happen. Then you're going to have, they're not going to allow one of the outliers unless they play a couple of those, like a big SEC and Big 12, and they beat them.
And not just like a bottom 12, like a mid-tier or
a
slightly
mid-tier,
above average.
and they beat them. That could give them some strength to pop in. Big 12, I don't think it's going to be strong enough top to bottom to get more than 2. So we're looking at 8, 2, and then 2. That's the way I see it.
Yeah. Well, then you have the 4. You get
4,
to
4,
8.
8.
You have Big 12, ACC, group of 5.
And then
one
whichever
wild
one,
card.
one wild card. Yeah. That's the way I see it too, man. Keep your eyes on it throughout the year. We got a long time to go before it happens, but we're just throwing it out there. It's just kind of in our minds to see how that's going to play out. And before we go and take this break before the end of the hour, shootout with Strick. Was Nebraska too high or too low as far as being ranked number 8th?
I went back and they moved
in the
it down
transfer portal now. So we're talking transfer portal. Number 8th in the transfer portal is where they rank Nebraska.
I went back and I misspoke to you before they're 9th.
Oh, they're 9th. Okay.
Even worse.
That's, I mean, top 10, that's pretty good.
Here's the rationale. Well, in the Big 10.
Oh,
not
9th
nationally.
in the Big, oh,
9th
not
in the
nationally.
Big 10.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It says the Huskers brought in 6 players who are more plug-and-play performers than headliners. Isn't that the point? Is that what Matt Rule wants to do, is either go out and get high-impact guys or get developmental guys?
That's the way I would look at it.
They did what they wanted to do. They got at least 1 starter at wide receiver, if not 2. I think they got their starting running back. They got a starting guard and a starting linebacker. What more can you ask?
I don't have a clue. It's all speculation out there, and that's all that we can. But I like that because it's great fodder to take with you and say, oh, this is how you view us. I before we go to break for shootout, I remember when I was with the Boston Celtics and they said we were going to be second to last in the Eastern Conference. And we looked at that and we were like, oh, that's how they see us? Okay. Every time, it's like when you're drafted and you're supposed to be in the lottery and they draft you way at the back of
You're Cam Whitmore.
You're Cam Whitmore. And you're like, oh, word. You're Paul Pierce. Oh, word. This is how you see me? Oh, you're Dwayne Wade. Well, he was higher than that. But you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's how we felt, man. And that's, if I'm Nebraska, that's how I'm feeling. That's how y'all see me? Okay, watch this. But we're going to go right now, take a shot at Shootout with Strick. When we come back, 937 The Ticket. Come get it.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Your child was embarrassed when you arrived at their basketball game. 75% of parents or guardians report current alcohol use. Drinking alcohol can cause harm to children and loved ones. By drinking less, your child will be excited to see you at their basketball game. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and we'd like to say thank you for a record-setting 2023. So let's start off 2024 with the bang. They've got huge trade-in bonuses and finance bonusing happening right now on our new inventory at Koppel. Get up to $8,500 off select new models at Koppel. So if you're shopping for a new GM product, go to our website at koppelcars.com. You won't believe the discounts. Make that short money-saving drive down 144th Street. You'll be glad you did. Must have trade and finance with roof credit. Stock number G207684.
Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealer, is hosting their annual sprayer clinic at the Buffalo County Fairgrounds in Kearney, Nebraska, January 31st through February 1st. Landmark Sprayer Clinic offers expansive equipment and technology training on John Deere and Hagie sprayers. Learn about the newest technology, machine maintenance, spray tip selection, exact apply sprayers, and more. Free dicamba certification will be available. Join Landmark at their sprayer clinic January 31st and February 1st in Kearney. Find more information at landmarkimp.com/events.
Think you need a new furnace due to a cracked heat exchanger? Call Bryant's for a free second opinion. Might save you thousands, no matter what brand. Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating. We do whatever it takes.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
I see the future in our public school classrooms every day. I'm Jenny Benson, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. I also see how critically important parent and community support is to our students' success. Support your public schools. Get involved. Form a business school partnership or become a school volunteer. Great schools and great communities work hand in hand.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hey guys, Jake Sorensen here from Early Break. The garage door at our house has been needing replacement for a couple years, and a few months ago, we finally did something about it. Steve's Garage Doors and Services was great through the whole process in providing options and also going to the next level to get a door that was approved by our HOA. And best of all, the removal of the old door and installation of the new door was done smoothly with no issues. Call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today at 402-480-2840.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, expecting mainly sunny skies with a light northwest breeze. It will be mild. We'll see a high of around 48. Tonight, mainly cloudy skies expected with a low around 28. And tomorrow, more sunshine does return. Even warmer temperatures tomorrow. We'll see a high around 59. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
If you're not going to Memorial Stadium for a home game and don't have any travel plans for away games, there's a great place in Omaha to catch the action, the Inner Rail Food Hall. There's plenty of space. The Backstretch Bar has amazing game specials on game days. $15 Blue Moon and Bud Light pitchers, $6 margaritas, and $6 Moscow mules. And if you're hungry, take in some of their great options from their game day pizza specials. Do football game day right in the Inner Rail Food Hall in Exarban Village in Omaha.
It's time to play Shootout with Strick. Call now, 464-5685, to take your shot against Erick Strickland. Shootout with Strick. Brought to you by Buffalo Wings and Rings.
Time to play the game.
That it is. Call now, 402-464-5685. If you've won in the last 30 days, you can't play, unfortunately. Can't even throw the game. We don't want you to throw the game. We want you to try. We want you to try and take down Strick. Stricky, while we wait for someone to call in, again, 402-464-5685, do you hear your boy Ant Edwards after the game last night?
What do you do?
Going off on the refs?
Oh, I mean, that's a normal thing these days. Now, my thing is this, right? Are they that bad, or is there a bunch of crying just going on?
What do you think?
I think it depends on who it is. I think Luka does a lot of crying. I think, let's see, who else?
LeBron.
Definitely think LeBron does a lot of crying. And
Trae Young.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
James Harden.
Yeah.
We have to have a conversation about the Clippers at some point.
Yeah,
too.
who are the criers? Who are the criers? If you're an NBA fan and you're listening, 402-464-5685, who are the criers? Because I don't think Ant's a crier. I think he's a legit guy. I think there's some legit guys out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't think Giannis is a crier.
No.
I don't think Jokic is one. You know, guys at the top tier.
Sabonis, Fox, no.
Yeah, I don't think anybody from that squad.
Spida.
Is. No.
Which, Max Strus's technical last night was maybe the weakest thing I've ever seen.
Shit, man. It dumbfounds me as how crazy they are these days. But hey, who am I?
You're Erick Strickland, and we got a contestant. We go to the Honda of Lincoln hotline, and we welcome in Greg. Greg, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Doing well here. Are you familiar with the rules of the Shootout with Strick?
Sure.
All right, hold on the line. We'll give Strick his 4 questions first, and then we will get to you. Stricky, your round starts here in 3, 2, and 1. He has the most passing yards this postseason, Brock Purdy or Jared Goff?
Goff.
It is Goff. He has the most tackles this postseason, Nick Bolton or Fred Warner?
Warner.
It's Bolton. He has the most touchdowns this postseason, Christian McCaffrey or Travis Kelce?
Kelce.
It's McCaffrey. And he was the Kansas City Chiefs starting quarterback in their first Super Bowl victory.
10, 9, 8,
Chiefs' first Super Bowl victory.
5, 4, 3,
Joe Montana.
1.
It's not quite the answer. Len Dawson.
Oh, shoot.
The answer. The famous photo of him in the locker room with the Fanta and the cigar in his mouth. That's the one Joe Burrow replicated in LSU's title. So,
dang it.
Okay. Greg, you need 1 to tie. You need 2 or more to win. Are you ready for your round?
How did I not get McCaffrey?
Yeah, you had a 50-50 shot. All right, Greg, your round starts here in 3, 2, and 1. He has the most rushing yards this postseason. Isaiah Pacheco or Christian McCaffrey?
McCaffrey.
It's Pacheco. He has the most interceptions this postseason. Dre Greenlaw or Jair Alexander?
Alexander.
It's Greenlaw. He has more sacks this postseason. Nick Bosa or George Karlaftis?
Nick Bosa.
It's Karlaftis, and he was the 49ers starting quarterback in their most recent Super Bowl victory.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Garcia. No!
Stricky wins. 1-0 defensive battle. Greg, a valiant effort. Thanks for playing. Try again soon. Stricky, back on the board.
I can't believe it. It is my day. Tuesday. Yes. It is my day. All the way around.
We got the first answer, first question right, and not a darn one.
Not
after
a darn
that.
one after that.
The final answer that Greg was looking for was Steve Young.
That's who I knew. I knew it was Steve Young, but I didn't know.
That's why I didn't give you that
was
question.
Like, ooh.
So I didn't give it to you.
Get me. Yeah, I would have got that one.
That means we do still have the $30 to the Upside Bar and Lounge to give away. So what we'll do is we will ask Strick the tiebreaker question, and we will throw it to the stream. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter is where you have to be to answer this question. We'll give it to commenter number 4 with the right answer. Over or under to this question, Stricky. How many Super Bowls have Kansas City and San Francisco combined to win?
Say it again.
It again.
No.
How many Super Bowls have Kansas City and San Francisco combined to win? Carry the 1. Drop the 0.
7.
Stricky's answer 7. Commenter number 4 on stream. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. This one's for you.
It's over,
under, or push. Commenter
Whichever
number
one.
4 with the correct answer. $30 to the Upside Bar and Lounge is yours. We'll take a break, dive into Strick's NBA brain. A lot of interesting trade deadline questions to ask, including, could LeBron James be on the move at the trade deadline? We'll get to that and plenty more in hour 2 of the show.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and we'd like to say thank you for a record-setting 2023. So let's start off 2024 with the bang. They've got huge trade-in bonuses and finance bonusing happening right now on our new inventory at Coppell. Get up to $8,500 off select new models at Coppell. So if you're shopping for a new GM product, go to our website at coppellcars.com. You won't believe the discounts. Make that short money-saving drive down 144th Street. You'll be glad you did. Must have trade and finance with roof credit. Stock number G207684.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
I see the future in our public school classrooms every day. I'm Jenny Benson, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. I also see how critically important parent and community support is to our students' success. Support your public schools. Get involved. Form a business school partnership or become a school volunteer. Great schools and great communities work hand in hand.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealer, is hosting their annual sprayer clinic at the Buffalo County Fairgrounds in Kearney, Nebraska, January 31st through February 1st. Landmark Sprayer Clinic offers expansive equipment and technology training on John Deere and Hagie sprayers. Learn about the newest technology, machine maintenance, spray tip selection, exact apply sprayers, and more. Free dicamba certification will be available. Join Landmark at their sprayer clinic January 31st and February 1st in Kearney. Find more information at landmarkimp.com/events.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Your child was embarrassed when you arrived at their basketball game. 75% of parents or guardians report current alcohol use. Drinking alcohol can cause harm to children and loved ones. By drinking less, your child will be excited to see you at their basketball game. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
Think you need a new furnace due to a cracked heat exchanger? Call Bryant for a free second opinion. Might save you thousands, no matter what brand. Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating. We do whatever it takes.
This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Erick Strickland.
Strickland for three! And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Brought to you by Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
We're here on the block. Austin Norman, joined by the Husker Hall of Famer, but we're tapping into the NBA, 9-year NBA vet, part of his brain here, Erick Strickland. This is On the Block, brought to you by Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. We are still looking for one more commenter. We got 3 with the right answer. We need commenter number 4 on stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. The question is, how many Super Bowls have the Chiefs and the 49ers combined to win? You give us over or under. Strick's answer of 7. Next commenter with the right answer, $30 to the Upside Bar and Lounge is yours. While we wait for that, we turn our attention to the NBA. I'm going to bury the lead a little bit here, Strick, that LeBron James might be on the move. We'll get to that in a minute. But I saw this tweet from Bobby Marks, who used to be in the front office, I think, for the Nets, said 75% of the tradable first-round picks in the NBA belong to 11 teams.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, you would have those picks, if it was 75%, be controlled by 22 or 23 teams. 11 teams control 75% of some of the most valuable assets at the trade deadline.
Oh, yeah.
Which is kind of crazy to think about. But then you start looking at who the teams are.
Mm-hmm. And the majority of them are small market teams.
They are.
The majority, but not all.
Right. You look at San Antonio, probably not going to cash those chips in to make a move. Okay, so they're out.
Mm-hmm.
Portland, probably the same. They're kind of treading water.
Is Portland like feeling, or are they going to give Scoot one more year to show it?
Oh,
because
he gets 2. He gets 2 or 3.
Yeah. Okay. I know OKC's not moving. Go ahead.
Okay, I was going to get to them. You think they're not moving? They're good.
They're move.
We'll get back to them. Toronto, I think they add more picks. They don't make a move. Houston, probably not. Memphis intrigues me. I really don't know what Memphis is going to do, Stricky. They started out the year horribly with the Ja Morant suspension. They are injured as all get out. They'd have, I think, 3 injured player exceptions just to play last night's game with an 8-man rotation. But if you're Memphis, you were the 2 seed last year. Do you utilize your first-round picks that you have in reserve, find some matching salary fillers, and make a play for a big-name player to try to make the playoffs this year?
So here's the thing, though, right? When you look at their roster makeup, they moved Dylan Brooks for a specific reason. Steven Adams, salary's not killing you. Solid. Desmond Bane's about to get paid. So that's gonna hurt you in some ways of trying to go out there.
Your boy Des Bane.
Des Bane. Brandon Clark, his salary doesn't hurt you. Boy, I wish I was playing in this generation because he's not anything special. And boy, that 12-5 looked lovely right now. Jaren Jackson's going to be a Stapleton for them. Great defensive player. You need that. Luke Kennard's a great shooter for them. Your boy.
My boy. Did you know he actually throws and writes right-handed, but he shoots left-handed?
I'm the same.
Nice. You're a much better defender
I'm
than
weird.
Luke Kennard,
I throw right-handed. I bat left, right. I shoot left and I right, left.
Nice.
I kick right. I'm one of those weird ones too. Let's see. And then you continue to look down. I mean, Derrick Rose, Marcus Smart. Now that may be a move that they teeter with. You know, maybe we can move Marcus Smart, package that into something to bring something in. But Zaire Williams, they really don't have much. So that's the question. Are they going to be looking, what big name could come to the forefront that can help them for what they really need, but not hurt them too much to where they're going to lose a lot of assets, not necessarily get anything back on the return for it, and hurts them salary cap wise because Desmond Bane's about to get paid.
If Morant is going to be out for an extended period of time, or you don't know how long he's going to be out, do you make a play for Zach LaVine?
Ooh. Let me think. How long is Zach LaVine's contract?
I think it's
2 years left.
Another couple.
Another couple years left. I think that might be right. I think Zach LaVine is probably the player that they could use. I think that could be a good match. I think Zach LaVine, the issue is defensively.
He's got 2 years and a player option.
2 years. I think if they play Zach LaVine at the 3, I think you could have something there. But my issue is defensively, how's that going to pan out for him?
Right. LaVine's not a terrible defender. He just gets lost and gets unengaged sometimes. He hasn't really been on a team that's had much at stake, though. Do you think that he's one of those guys that could pick it up on the defensive end? Do you think he is who he is?
Maybe if it's demanded of him. It's very possible that could be the case. But the issue with that is going to be, are there too many cooks in the kitchen?
Right.
Now, it may work out while,
Jaws
out, right? But Jaws and Zach LaVine has the propensity to get frustrated with lacks of touches.
Right.
Right? So Desmond Bane's going to get his touches because they're about to touch him up for some big paper. So Zach LaVine for 2 years, it could be worth it to be a test market, but you don't want to give up too many assets to grab it, and it's not going to be any benefits, and then he goes off into the great good night without, anything. You might try to do a sign and trade with him to send him on, but I don't know if it's worth it.
A couple other teams that stand out to me when we look at the first round picks. Brooklyn, I think, is just kind of treading water. They're not very good right now. I don't know what they do. The Knicks.
They don't have a number 1 guy.
They don't. Bridges had flashes last year. I still don't think he's a 1.
No.
Cam Thomas wants to be, but you're not there yet, young fella. The Knicks.
Does anybody want to play in Brooklyn now?
Not when the Knicks are this hot.
Yeah, that's what's crazy, right? There was a time when you kind of wanted to kind of get over there, but I don't know. I don't know if Brooklyn right now is a destination place like it maybe was a few years ago.
I'm with you.
Okay.
If you're the Pelicans, do you leverage your draft assets to get another star to play alongside Brandon Ingram, CJ McCollum, and Zion Williamson if he's available? Or do you keep reloading the treasure chest and sell on Zion?
So my thing is, how much does Zion really want to be there?
Mm-hmm.
Do you really feel that he's going to be somebody that's willing and able to take it to the next level? I think he's starting to get his body right. I think he's starting to look, there's still a hodgepodge there. Now, my issue is, I think somebody could use Brandon Ingram because he's an alpha, but he can do some secondary. I think him is a nice secondary option on a team.
Is he
could
like
be dangerous?
85% of KD?
Older KD.
Okay.
Not young KD.
Mhm.
I could see him maybe 65% of a younger KD.
Okay.
But he can fit on a nice team because although he's an alpha mentality, he's one of those strong men type that you want, like a Steven Adams, somebody that will back up your guy, like a Ron Artest, like how he was with the Lakers.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah. Mhm.
I think he could be like that for somebody. I don't know who. I would love to pit him with Wemby. I would love to put him down.
Okay.
I think if he got down to San Antonio, Brandon Ingram and him, yeah, and then find you a nice little point guard.
Okay, so Trey Jones is the point guard. My boy, Trey Jones, who I love very dearly.
You're good with Trey. Okay, locked and stock. Okay.
He's a Duke guy, so that's why I'm good with him.
Okay.
But I did also hear some rumblings, nothing confirmed or substantiated. Trae Young to San Antonio.
Ooh.
Perfect lob partner for Wemby, stretches the floor for him, but might want the ball too much.
Oh, that's the part. I don't know if he has enough humility to say Wemby's him.
DeJounte back to San Antonio to pair with Wemby?
I could see that. I think DeJounte, I don't think DeJounte didn't want to be there. I just didn't know they didn't want to have to pay him.
Sure.
I think that's kind of what their hesitation was. I don't think they did not like DeJounte. I think DeJounte's defensive abilities, I think his abilities also on the offensive side of things, I think he could be a good pair. Mm-hmm.
The last team that I think bears mentioning here in terms of the 11 teams that have 75% of the tradable first round picks at this deadline, Orlando.
Ooh,
they were at the top of the East for a while. They fell back into the pack quite a bit. I mean, right now they're sitting in the 8 seed.
Yeah.
They're tied with the Heat at 24 and in 23. They're 2 games up on the Bulls for the 9th spot. The Magic feel like they're a year away, but do you make that move now to get the piece in, kind of work out the rest of the season and then take the leap next year?
I think you save it to the offseason.
Okay.
See where you fall. Let another contract, kind of year expire.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you got to get rid of some of them guards. If you're going to trade, get rid of some of them guards, maybe get you a 3-and-D type of guy.
Like a wing?
Like a Pascal Siakam type.
Ooh, yeah.
Not him necessarily, because he's probably happy where he is, but a type like him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
So the Magic's guards right now, Cole Anthony.
One of them.
Been in the league for a few years now. Anthony Black, rookie from Arkansas. Markelle Fultz has had a bit of a resurgence. Gary Harris, I don't really know what he gives you necessarily. Caleb Houston, not that great. Jet Howard is a rookie, so I guess you keep him around. Joe Ingles, haven't heard his name in a long time.
Too many.
Trev Queen and Jalen Suggs, I think,
That's
is
their
figuring
issue.
it out.
Their issue was I couldn't understand when they were in draft day, and I'm looking at them continually drafting guards, and I'm like, what in the heck are you guys doing? You know what I mean? They're continually adding guards, and I'm like, that doesn't. You can see early on it can work, but then guys start going to pound.
Pause.
They start going to pound town on you. Pause.
We're just gonna take a quick coffee. No, I'm kidding. Welcome back.
No, but they do, man. They start hitting the boards on you, bro, and it's like, you can't handle, like, defensively for a while. You can scramble, scrape, your fast break work early on. But boy, on the grind of a season, it's just a matter of time when they're going to start wearing you out, wearing you down, and you don't want to. You remember? I think you remember back in the day when Rick Pitino tried to bring that college stuff into the NBA.
Yeah, that didn't go so well.
That does not work. It doesn't work. Too many games, too much. It doesn't work. You can spring it on somebody periodically, but you can't consistently do that. Man, pros eat that stuff up. They're chomping at the bit. They're sitting there eating Fruity Pebbles, excited about you. Oh, we play ball. Oh, I'm about to go nuts. You know what I mean? That's how guys are. Guys are trying to guard like Kenny Anderson with the guys like that. Man, please. So anyway, that's kind of what I thought they were trying to do in Orlando. And you know, I love but you got to get rid of some of them guards. Package a couple of them guards, maybe a draft pick. Bring something in. I don't know who that could be for them. That is going to depend. But I also think they could play it out, you know, waste another year or so, let a contract get closer to where a team would feel okay with taking it in and being able to get some of that cap space back if they get a draft pick with it. If they get, but who's out there? That's the thing you got to look at. Who's out there right now that is mid-tier, top tier that can pair with Banchero, but not try to overshadow him.
Even like a Franz Wagner has been really solid. I think they need
two of them. They got two Wagners out there. Get rid of one of them.
You don't need Mo.
You don't need both.
You don't need Mo.
He's like a Tudakampo's Thanasis.
No kidding.
He's like Thanasis.
Yeah.
Milwaukee. Have you seen Thanasis?
He's like Robin Lopez on the Bucks too.
Right.
Like, what is Robin doing?
That part.
Both of them.
It's crazy.
Same team.
Right? So
nepotism.
Nepotism like a mug. No, but real talk.
Is Giannis
have
Kirk
you
Ferentz?
seen?
Sorry, Giannis, I love you, but you're turning into Kirk Ferentz. Don't do it.
Oh, that's hilarious. No, but when I watched his YouTube bloopers, it was the funniest thing. It gave me a laugh. If you have a chance, just go look up Thanasis's YouTube bloopers and get a laugh for the day. Tuesday, since I won today, get a laugh for the day because it is funny. It is hilarious.
It makes guys like me think I could play in the NBA.
Right.
It makes me believe that I have a shot if that guy's doing that.
Right. It's crazy. But anyway.
I am touching 80.
I digress. You're touching 80.
I'm touching 80 though.
I see how you slipped that in there.
Yeah. I'm just going to throw this out there. We can start talking about it. We'll go to break and then probably come back and talk about it. I was reading this article on The Ringer, and one of the last paragraphs about the Lakers said this: if a breakup is inevitable, I can't help but wonder whether the best time for both LeBron and the Lakers to make a change is now, ahead of the trade deadline. James could join a contender, and Los Angeles could get something in return. Brian Windhorst has said he thinks LeBron is opting out of his Lakers contract after the offseason. If you're the Lakers, is it worth it to trade LeBron, or do you go all in around him on this season and rebuild next year?
Where are you going that you haven't been the last two? To me, if they put a freaking banner in the rafters for that freaking
in-season tournament,
I'm gonna laugh the Lakers straight off. You know,
like, you're the Lakers.
Come on, bro.
You're the Lakers.
Kobe said it. Look, we don't put up, nothing but championship banners, baby. That's what we about.
Mm-hmm.
So here's my thing. LeBron right now, full strength. Where does that team sit?
They're like 500. They're a 500 team right now.
And they're like 9th, right?
Mm-hmm.
9th or 10th.
Right now, they're in the 9th spot at 24 and 24.
That's where you've been the last 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's not taking you anywhere. You've kept, you've added, you've got the pieces that you felt good about, but yet you still find out that you're right there.
Yeah.
I personally think that those guys would emerge, and I think AD would be a beast if LeBron wasn't there. I truly do. I think you would see another level of AD. I think some of those guys would thrive and do very well without him there.
I think you would see a lot more D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Davis pick and roll. Would you see like Pelicans era Anthony Davis come back maybe?
I think he might.
Because that was a game wrecker.
I think he might, man. I think I think if Anthony knows he's him, the guy, because like here's the crazy thing. When you just go back and look at his numbers in the in-season tournament,
yeah.
his numbers were better than LeBron's.
Mm-hmm.
And yet LeBron got the credit and became the MVP of that thing. If you go look at the numbers, even in the championship game, it's AD's numbers were through the roof. I wish I could look them up real quick, but we might be able to. But AD's numbers compared to LeBron in the not NCAA tournament, but the in-season tournament was better across the board than LeBron James. And yet LeBron got the MVP.
In the championship game, AD went for 41, 20, and 4 blocks. LeBron had 24 and 11.
Whose number's better?
Austin Reeves had 28.
Whose number's better?
Not Bron's.
Facts.
AD's.
That's what I'm saying. So to me, AD's like, man, he feels slighted. You remember when he got the record and AD walked off the court like, whatever. I think he does not like it that he really could be that guy. And this is why I think you see half the time he shows up and half the time he doesn't, because if they win and have great success, he gets all the credit. And when they're losing, he don't get none of the fault.
Not a drop.
You know what I'm saying? They start looking at D'Angelo Russell. They start looking at AD.
Malik Beasley.
They start looking at everybody but LeBron. So it's like, what should I be giving my full, potential to?
Right.
I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. 402-464-5685. If Stricky's all out of line, holla at me.
Brad says trade Anthony Davis to Orlando. No.
Not feeling.
No, absolutely not.
Brad,
LeBron
you must be an Orlando.
Different.
You must be an Orlando fan.
He is.
Yeah.
He's our resident.
Yeah.
Virginia Pirate has an interesting question. I'm going to read the question. I'll let you think about it over break, and then we'll get to it on the other side. Aren't your hands kind of tied with trading LeBron, though? You know he's going to dictate where he goes. You don't have the full number of options. Is that
and
true?
They don't have draft picks. They don't have anything to offer.
Right.
But LeBron.
Right.
So I don't think it works. I think it doesn't work, and I don't think anybody wants it, to be honest. What you I think there are okay, stop, pause. Tell me what team right now, if they unloaded their coffers to make it happen, because LeBron's salary in itself, you're not going to go Giannis for LeBron. You're not going to do that. Milwaukee's not dumb. You're not going to go KD for LeBron.
No.
You're not going to do that. So there's nobody at that level. I think Mark Cuban would be dumb enough to do it, but I don't think Luka would like it.
Right.
Right?
Nor should he.
Luka and Kyrie work because Kyrie doesn't need the ball. When he gets it, he can still do what he do, but he don't need it to still be effective. LeBron does. Luka does. He can take time off when he wants rest and let Kyrie go nuts. They can kind of do some shift action to let both of them get their thing off. But LeBron and Luka don't match. So I don't see that. 402-464-5685. What team, and I'm going to ask you, I'm throwing it at you right now. What team would take that?
I've got a Western Conference team in mind. I'll give it to you after the break.
Think you need a new furnace due to a cracked heat exchanger? Call Bryant for a free second opinion. Might save you thousands, no matter what brand. Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating. We do whatever it takes.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
I see the future in our public school classrooms every day. I'm Jenny Benson, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. I also see how critically important parent and community support is to our students' success. Support your public schools. Get involved. Form a business school partnership or become a school volunteer. Great schools and great communities work hand in hand.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with 4 Lincoln locations, but now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Coming up in Lincoln, February 2nd through 4th at the Sandhills Global Event Center, it's the family show of all outdoors, the 55th Annual Boat, Sport, and Travel Show. With RVs, motorhomes, boats, trailers, discount tackle, and family fun for everyone. Interact with exotic animals at wildlife encounters and appearances by Husker football players. Veterans free on Friday, lots of free parking. Doors open at noon on Friday, 10 a.m. Saturday and Sunday. See you there!
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine. Are you in the market for a new garage door or need to repair your old one? It's wintertime, and that means snow, wind, and freezing temperatures. All things that can cause sticky locks and damage to your garage door. If you're experiencing any issues with your commercial or residential garage door during the winter months, call Cameron Hall and his team at Doors Plus. Don't be trapped outside in the cold because of a poorly maintained garage door. Call Doors Plus today at 402-590-5800 or visit them online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Load up on meat and more this winter at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's special through January 30th is $2 off steakhouse burgers and buy one Urban Slicer Pizza Works dough, get an Urban Slicer Pizza Works pizza sauce for free. Don't forget their 2 new locations now open at 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, expecting mainly sunny skies with a light northwest breeze. It will be mild. We'll see a high of around 48. Tonight, mainly cloudy skies expected with a low around 28. And tomorrow, more sunshine does return. Even warmer temperatures tomorrow. We'll see a high around 59. I'm meteorologist Kyle Klecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
That's one of my favorite intros.
Jamin.
Yeah. Wait, you put the new beats in yet?
Yeah, they're in.
They're in there?
We've had two of them today, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good.
We
man.
go
I
back
feel
and forth,
good
old
today.
and new. We get a mix, the oldies
I don't know.
and the newbies.
I think it's maybe I moved into, man, I'm getting great sleep in my new place, bro. I'm sleeping like a baby.
Teach my baby how to sleep.
Man, you need it.
He's not that bad.
He's not there yet.
He's
not too bad?
getting there. He's getting
Yeah.
there. He's fine.
You still waking up in 2 in the morning?
No, actually.
No, that's good. Good.
Yesterday, though, he was up at 6:30, like fully awake, ready for the day. Dad was not fully awake at 6:30 and ready for the day. But we made it.
Do you guys do the milk and store it, or how do you do it? You do the stored milk?
We do.
Okay.
Yep.
So you got to get up, put it in the warmer and test the heat.
Yep.
Okay, all right.
You know
I
the
see
drill.
you, Austin.
You know the drill, Shicky.
I see you.
You know what it's about.
Where we going, man?
You asked me before the break.
I did.
Who would take on LeBron James?
Yeah, who would take on LeBron James?
You and I.
Some of you guys are hilarious.
Yeah.
By the way.
The Magic are not getting Spida either. Brad, good try. We appreciate the effort. I thought of two Western Conference teams that might take on LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
The first team that came to mind for me was San Antonio. Expiring contract is a big deal, right? They'll get him right off the books. They might re-sign him. I doubt it. I doubt he would go there to sign long-term. But LeBron respects Greg Popovich. He's talked about that many times. So that's a big plus. You made the good point of Pop would not be scared to stand up to LeBron and say, you're a star, but you're a role player right now. Okay. Your job is to teach Victor Wembanyama the ropes. This young man is the face of the NBA. Impart your wisdom and knowledge on him. Show him what it looks like to handle your business as the face of the league day in, day out.
My issue is
the work that's required, the mentality that's required.
Love it.
All of that. That's why I think San Antonio could be interested in bringing LeBron James in, even as a rental.
You want me to tell you what would hinder that? Have you seen clips of LeBron James not getting back on defense?
Yes.
That would not happen at San Antonio.
Correct.
Like, your butt stays down there, come holla at me.
Mm-hmm. If you're not getting back on defense, you are giving us 24 high-intensity minutes per game. You're not getting 35 low-intensity minutes.
That part. Okay.
The other team that I doubt makes a move, but I could also see a new GM trying to make a splash and really change up the vibes around the franchise, Golden State. Package Chris Paul and Andrew Wiggins, potentially.
They got the money.
Maybe it would take a younger player, but have Kuminga watch LeBron. LeBron gets to play with Steph and Draymond, two of his buddies. I don't know if it makes the Warriors better necessarily, but it's different. It's still a big market, still a lot of headlines. You could almost have LeBron run the bench units, right? Kind of like Chris Paul was doing for a while.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think Golden State just wants to get in.
Mm-hmm.
And a splash move like that, possibly. Now, I don't know if I would give up Wiggins. I would probably give up an expiring contract would be more interesting, and that would be your boy, the other splash brother, Clay.
Clay, right. He could go to his dad's franchise.
Yeah. And, listen, but say what you will. It's probably a lot of the ball movement, but him standing off of pick and rolls in the corner, I would trust him more without all the movement that is required playing at Golden State than to stand in spacing and just be a catch and shoot guy.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
I think that would settle for him. So for me, I think that would be the better move. I would keep Wiggins, to be honest.
Wiggins has just been so bad. I'm probably not being fair to him because he was key in their championship run. I want to get to this from John and Courtland.
I would use him for more off-season. In season, if I want to make a run, I keep Wiggins because I trust his defense a little bit better than Clay's right now.
Yes.
Him being a fourth option is always better. The issue is Clay so bad, Wiggins is not stepping into it.
Right.
They're bad. But him being fourth option, I think that can still work.
Workable for sure.
Yeah.
Let's get to this from John in Cortland. Said LeBron James lacks one thing that he no longer has: the strength to carry a team on his back.
No.
He can do it some nights, but not night in, night out. Not for a full 7-game playoff series. As awesome as he is, the king is human. Even Mike figured that out. Kobe, Bill, Oscar, Wilt, Kareem, all the Hall of Famers found a way to step away. The hardest thing here, Strick, I think, is LeBron. It almost feels like Russell Westbrook-ish, where he's struggling to find his place in his role on a team, right? He's LeBron. He's done a better job fitting in than Russ. But where LeBron, I think, could still be dangerous is in the short roll. Become a great screener, work on get your feet set for pick and pop, or if teams are going to blitz Steph to try to get the ball out of his hands and you have LeBron running point in a 4-on-3 or a 3-on-2, good luck with that.
And then Draymond, a secondary guy with screening abilities and rebounding run. I think they could be good. I think they could be good. I could think that can work. I think that can work.
The other thing on LeBron is I saw this interesting article from SB Nation. How many father-son duos has LeBron James played with in his time, or played against in his time in the NBA? How many father-son duos has he played against?
9.
Great guess. You were one away on the Super Bowls. You said 7. The answer was 8. 10 father-son duos LeBron has played against his 21 years in the league. Let's go through all of them. I want your impressions of these duos. Rick and Jalen Brunson.
Oh, dang, that's right, because Rick and I played together.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right.
You have...
I like that.
You have the glove and the mitten.
The Paytons.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I like that. Now, they've been trying to deal him, Gary Payton.
They let him walk because they couldn't meet his salary demands. He went to Portland, then they brought him back. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're trying to deal him again. But anyway, okay, that's neither here nor there.
You got Kenyon and KJ Martin.
Wow. Super leapers. That's a leaping family right there. My gosh.
Jabari Smith Jr.
No way. That's right. Smith. Okay. Smith Jr. Okay.
Smith Jr. just came in the league last year.
So that's 8?
That 8? That's
7?
That's 5.
Oh, that's
5 pairings.
Okay.
You have Adrian and AJ Griffin, recently deposed Bucks head coach.
Oh.
And AJ plays for the Hawks.
Wow.
My guy, AJ Griffin. You have Juwan and Jet Howard.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Here's another kind of recent one for you. Samaki Walker and Jabari Walker.
My boy, Samaki. We got some good stories, Samo. We got some good Dallas stories. Yeah, Jabari. How's he doing?
Let me look it up.
How's Jabari doing? I know he was kind of doing, he's in Portland. They got a nice look. What is Portland gonna
Jabari
do?
Walker is averaging 8, 6, and 1 a game.
That's not bad.
As a second-round pick last year.
Yeah, it's not bad. He got a deal. He got
shooting
he got a
47%.
Okay.
We have just a couple more to go. You have Glenn Robinson and Glenn Robinson III.
Yeah.
And Dale Davis and Trace Jackson Davis.
I like him where he's at.
Love the fit in Golden State.
I love that fit. He's going to be good for them.
I think he's different than Kevon Looney, but people forget Kevon Looney played a wing at UCLA. Grew a little bit, bulked up a little bit, kind of developed the post game. I love Trace Jackson Davis' athleticism and his rim protection for that team.
What happened to the big fella? What was his name? Big body. Remember at the USA game? What's his name? The baseball player. Oh gosh. Help me. Started hitting
don't know which way you're going with
402-464-5685. He was a left-hander, big body, and they were getting dominated, and then they put him in the game in USA basketball, and then all of a sudden he goes nuts. And there's a baseball player with his last name. Oh gosh.
Lofton?
Lofton.
Yeah, Kenneth Lofton.
Yes.
I love Kenneth Lofton Jr.
Yes.
Yeah.
His dad played baseball, right?
I
think
so.
his dad's a baseball player. Kenny Lofton. Kenny Lofton's a baseball player.
Yeah, played for Cleveland for a while.
Yes.
Is that the same family?
Is it the same family? I don't know. That's the way I knew him. That's the way I knew him. My gosh. But what happened to him?
I don't think it's the same family.
It's not the same family?
It's not the same family. Different Kenneth
But
Lofton.
that's how I remembered him, because I remember Kenny Lofton.
Yeah.
What's happened to him?
Junior is, let's see.
I thought he had promise, because he could stroke it from three.
Yes, he signed a two-way with the 76ers.
That's just a tough place with Embiid there.
Yeah.
Because that's just a tough place, because that closes down spacing. And I could, he needs to go somewhere else. Like,
He started in Memphis.
I think somewhere else he can do something, because I love the way he clears space, shoots it.
Can handle. Rebound.
Oh, okay. He inspired me. I like that. Okay.
Okay, so of all those duos that I gave you, which was the best duo?
What do you mean?
That LeBron's played against. Which father-son duo?
I'm going to say the gloves.
Okay.
Glove in the mitten.
Okay. I like it.
What do you think?
That makes sense to me. Jalen Brunson's making a case. Jalen Brunson is not at Gary Payton's level, but I don't know how Gary Payton II and Rick Brunson compare in terms of level.
Rick Brunson was solid. He was solid. He was a solid PG.
So
didn't have the stardom.
Yeah.
But I can see where you're going.
You get two solid players, and you get a role guy and an all-star.
I see where you're at.
I think it's pretty clearly those two.
Yeah.
Text line, let us know.
Text line, John and Cortland said he's the son of James Lofton, who was an all NFL receiver. Okay.
There it is.
I knew it was something. I love it. All good.
Can't say I've ever heard of James Lofton.
Yeah,
but I'll
James
take their word for
Lofton.
it.
Yeah, James Lofton. He used to get busy.
Nice.
He didn't play for great teams, but he put up some numbers. I want to say, did he play for the Rams? Where did Lofton play?
He played
Cleveland?
for the Packers, Raiders, Bills, Rams, and Eagles.
I knew I remember from the Rams. Okay.
He played for the Rams for part of a season, and then was traded to Philadelphia the same year.
Philadelphia is
So
where
you caught the little
probably know
window.
him. Yeah.
Yep.
And I thought I remembered him. Okay.
Good stuff. Let's take a break. I know Jay Foreman has takes on LeBron. We'll bring our LeBron fanboy in here to counter our LeBron hater when we get back.
If you're looking for a pre-owned tractor to upgrade your operation, you'll find a wide selection at your local Landmark Implement. We'll work with you to find the right equipment for your needs at a price that's right for you, all backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network. During the month of January, choose from an 8-month interest waiver or a 3.9% fixed rate for up to 60 months on used 6, 7, 8, or 9 series tractors with approved credit. Visit landmarkimp.com to see our complete inventory or stop by your local Landmark location today and experience the Landmark difference.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Copple Chevrolet GMC, and we'd like to say thank you for a record-setting 2023. So let's start off 2024 with the bang. They've got huge trade-in bonuses and finance bonusing happening right now on our new inventory at Copple. Get up to $8,500 off select new models at Copple. So if you're shopping for a new GM product, go to our website at copplecars.com. You won't believe the discounts. Make that short money-saving drive down 144th Street. You'll be glad you did. Must have trade and finance with approved credit. Stock number G2076684.
It's wintertime, and that means snow, wind, and freezing temperatures. All things that can cause sticky locks and damage to your garage door. If you're experiencing any issues with your commercial or residential garage door during the winter months, call Cameron Hall and his team at Doors Plus. Don't be trapped outside in the cold because of a poorly maintained garage door. Call Doors Plus today at 402-590-5800 or visit them online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Are you looking for a new spot to relax and unwind? The Post, located on the south side of the Telegraph District on the corner of 20th and N Street, is perfect for a group hangout or a relaxing evening. The Post has plenty of exciting events open to the public, like Whiskey Wednesday and poker tournaments on Sundays. Looking for a spot for a private event? Ask them about their indoor patio. The Post, located at 20th and N Street in Lincoln.
Southeast Community College invites you to check out our spaces ahead of your official campus visit. Our virtual campus tours let you see our campuses and learn more about our programs of study. Then you can schedule your individual visit in person or virtually. Virtual tours of our campuses in Beatrice, Lincoln, or Milford, and our learning centers are online at southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
If you're not going to Memorial Stadium for a home game and don't have any travel plans for away games, there's a great place in Omaha to catch the action, the Inner Rail Food Hall. There's plenty of space. The Backstretch Bar has amazing game specials on game days. $15 Blue Moon and Bud Light pitchers, $6 margaritas, and $6 Moscow Mules. And if you're hungry, take in some of their great options from their game day pizza specials. Do football game day right in the Inner Rail Food Hall in Exarban Village in Omaha.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Service Ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, expecting mainly sunny skies with a light northwest breeze. It will be mild. We'll see a high of around 48. Tonight, mainly cloudy skies expected with a low around 28. And tomorrow, more sunshine does return. Even warmer temperatures tomorrow. We'll see a high around 59. I'm meteorologist Kyle Klecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
I see the future in our public school classrooms every day. I'm Jenny Benson, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. I also see how critically important parent and community support is to our students' success. Support your public schools. Get involved. Form a business school partnership or become a school volunteer. Great schools and great communities work hand in hand.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Stricky's on business. He stands on it, but he's also walking out on it right now. So it's Jay and I for the crossover here. What's up, Jay?
Hey man, I got a sneaky feeling, man, that Strick was hating on LeBron.
Sneaky feeling, yeah.
Was he hating on LeBron?
He wasn't.
We gotta find out what LeBron did to Strick, man.
He wasn't as deep in his LeBron hate bag as he was last week.
He be hating, boy.
He does.
He Strick walk around like a lot of people in this world with like a full gallon of haterade that just never goes away.
It always tastes sweet, never goes bad.
That's right. And then some of them add too much sugar to it.
Strick's one of them.
Yeah. It's all right, though.
His biggest thing was that LeBron is too ball dominant to go be a role player.
He don't need to be a role player. Not yet. Why would he go be a role player? He's a facilitator. He's an orchestrator. He's a dominator. End of discussion.
We came up with 2 places that would really, I think, benefit from LeBron. I said San Antonio to mentor Wembanyama as the face of the league. I also don't know how good a fit this would be, but they just need a vibe shift in the worst way. Golden State. Would it rejuvenate him to play with Steph and Draymond?
Oh, yeah. You might see some you might see some stuff out of LeBron and Steph. Woo! Just imagine if they traded LeBron for Clay.
Okay, so the package is probably Clay, CP3, and a pick or 2.
Yeah, you can
for LeBron.
Yeah, you can give him a discount on State Farm insurance too.
Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're running.
Oh, they it's on.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Also,
with Wiggins too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they be doing some things.
You hear your boy Ant last night?
Yeah, that's my Ant-Man. It's the real deal.
You're not holding back.
Hey, he's keeping him. I mean, look, your number 1 team. He's should be up for the MVP this year. He needs some fouls, man.
He's good enough to have earned at least a few of those calls.
Yeah, he's on superstar status right now.
Yeah,
and he plays a physical to the hoop type of basketball. So he should be afforded some of those. He's not like a 7-footer like Big Cat and trying to play like a 2-guard, and drives once a game and expects a foul. Ant-Man's getting downhill almost at will, especially that left hand when he jammed on it.
Oof,
to be able to go strong like that left hand and then pipe that bad boy on you 2 hands, or left hand after that. Yeah, he's taking off right now.
Do you like LeBron enough to be willing to trade Karl Anthony Towns for him in Minnesota?
Yeah, but I'd rather trade the Eiffel Tower.
Trade Rudy.
Yeah. No, actually,
Rudy's really important.
Yeah, I keep Rudy because he gives you defense.
Yeah, and rebounding. And I think he's picked up his attitude. I don't think he's quite as bad in the locker room as he was in Utah.
Yeah, I think he learned some stuff. Yeah, I'd trade Big Cat. Salary and he probably fits more of a, I don't know, him and Anthony Davis. They both went out there trying to play 2 and 3. So
right.
Yeah. So I could see it. They could do a 3-way and Big Cat ends up in Golden State. That'd be a good fit for him. Now,
now we're talking.
And then you still trade CP3 and all them and they go to the Lakers.
Right.
But I don't think LeBron would like that cold up in Minnesota.
No, but he also played in Cleveland, and I don't think you can do worse than Cleveland. Like, the man is from Akron.
Yeah.
Let's not pretend like Minnesota is some dump compared to Cleveland.
No, in Minneapolis is a worldwide city.
Yeah.
It'd be great for LeBron, but I don't think it ever happened. I think LeBron will dictate where he goes.
That was a question that we had here. Like, can you actually trade LeBron, or would he dictate where he goes?
It's the same thing because he's not getting traded unless he says okay.
Right. But I don't know if he has a no trade clause. So if he is traded, he would sit.
If LeBron don't have a no trade clause, he need to fire Rich Paul.
Right.
I'm sure he's got a no trade clause.
Which would make sense. But if you're Rob Pelinka and it's the best thing for the Lakers to do to trade LeBron, even if he doesn't want to go, are you still trying to push a deal through? Like, sorry, LeBron, like, I get that you're LeBron, but at some point I have to do what's best for the Lakers franchise. Like, you're not the franchise.
Sometimes you got to. I mean, Rob Pelinka's got to do that probably to save his job because he's made some bad choices. And when you don't bring back Caldwell Pope and those type of guys, you let Caruso go essentially penny on the dollars.
Caldwell Pope just won a ring for Denver
the next year, and you just let him go, no offer. Those are championship pieces that you let go away, so it falls on you, and you're bringing in lesser players at a higher dollar amount. So then, I mean, sure, to keep his job, and I know he's in there with Jeannie Buss, but, at the end of the day, she's the owner, essentially, and she's not going to blame herself. You're going to blame him. Like, granted, you can say Kurt Rambis and his wife and all that stuff is in there, and that's great. That's the funny story, that they do yoga together, and they talk about the state of the Lakers, which I'm sure that's probably top priority. But ultimately, Rob Pelinka is got to do a better job. And, firing Frank Vogel so quickly, I think, was the wrong move. I like Ham. I I don't like their roster. And if they, the Lakers, if they trade LeBron, that means they really are trying to focus the franchise around Anthony Davis. If I'm LeBron, I'm fine with that. I don't think Anthony Davis hasn't shown the ability to carry a franchise or want to. And if he can find out where he wants to go, somewhere.
Boo.
Oh,
that's a
Jay
boo
disconnected.
comment.
No, I didn't disconnect. I'm here. I'm in the building.
That's a boo comment. Just look at what he did in the in-season tournament.
Who?
AD?
The issue.
Who are you talking about?
This
Talking
is
about
the
AD?
issue.
How you just come in
40
here?
21.
How you just come off the street and
Fanboy LeBron.
I'm not a fanboy.
So
LeBron.
here's the deal. You ready?
LeBron. Did you see the thing I sent you? LeBron James.
LeBron James.
Did you see the thing I sent you on Instagram? That dude went LeBron.
Yeah.
He in year 21 and had 20 rebounds.
Loic James. So here's the deal, right? Here's the deal.
All right, let me hear it, Strick. Let me hear this another round.
I know.
Hold on.
I personally think,
have something to put some money in your pocket. Listen, just listen to me real quick. You know how they have Bill's Thrills?
Who?
Bill Bush. He has these sayings, Bill Thrills or whatever. Bill's
Thrills.
Strick hate. Stricky Haiti. Strick hate. Kevin Meyer sponsor it. Strick hate for LeBron. See, look, he got the haterade right here. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, there it is. Full on haterade. Look at it. Put the camera on it right here. Listen. Hey, Austin, right here. My name is Erick Strickland. I drink a gallon of this every day. I love to hate on LeBron and mess with Jay.
Oh,
there you go. There's your clip. Look at it, Strickland. And then then Austin. Then you get the smile, and then you know how they put the little ting. You know, from the
on the teeth. Yeah.
Ting.
I can't believe you over here co-signing that.
I'm just laughing. I think it's funny. I'm not saying he's right or not.
I drink my bottle of haterade every day. I hate
funny.
on LeBron and mess with Jay. Ting.
4 out of 5 doctors recommend haterade.
Yeah.
Hey, Sauter Haven text line 402-464. I need y'all to get on the new guy today. It's supposed to be my guy. He's joined in with the enemy, man. The enemy, man. I can't believe that, man. It's a lot of. I'm in the middle, man. I'm the Oreo in the middle. I see how y'all do me.
Strick, man. You know it's nothing but love, my brother. Come on now.
No, but listen, real talk. Here's what I think. I personally think that AD is frustrated because LeBron gets all the credit. He don't get any of the I'm not saying hate, but he don't get any of the blame.
Yeah, or responsibility or whatever.
Right.
Sure, yeah.
So it always goes to him, or it goes to D'Angelo Russell, or it goes to it always goes to somebody else, but not him. And so when a guy here, for example, like this would frustrate me. I go 41-20-4, and he gets the MVP. I think that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm AD, I'm like, man, whatever. I'm going to give you what I want to give you every other game. You can understand that from a football perspective.
I've been matter of fact, I forget who I was talking to. I mean, I've been in a linebacker room where I was the new starter. So anytime I remember Greg Williams, it'd be like I'd be out there and just and then make one misstep. But the other dudes over there that was his favorites, they just coasting, getting ran over, getting their ankles broke. Jay Foreman messed up, boy. You think the lights turning off. I get all that.
Yeah. And I think, I personally think, here's why I say that. Last year, the only reason the Lakers even got in is when he was out. And whoever was on that squad, they all made the run. Got him back. He comes back, solidifies it. But then they get blasted by Denver. Okay. And I'm just saying, I think they play dinner. I think they play better when he's out. And I think they play, because here's the thing. For the last 3 years, this is where they've always been.
Right. But I think
right there at the bottom of the East.
Here's where Anthony Davis and a lot of these guys lose the self-awareness. When AD plays well, the team is almost unstoppable. Mm-hmm. The problem with AD is, and this is what happens with a lot of players. I see it all the time in the NFL, right? Tyreek Hill is the first, is the perfect example.
Okay.
Gets too big for his britches, goes down to Miami. You ain't done nothing yet. Thought you were too big, and they couldn't survive without you. KC's on the cusp of getting another back-to-back without you, bro.
That's a fact.
Right? Mm-hmm. Where AD runs into trouble, and you see this all the time with younger players, he has MVP next level potential. And I think he's a top 12 player. But 2 years ago, you'd say he's the top 5. He has progressively gotten weaker and worse because, number one, you can tell by the amount of little injuries, he don't take care of his body.
Mm-hmm.
That's where he's lost his credibility. He tells on himself, comes back after the championship, albeit after the bubble, 15 pounds overweight. Dude, how are you 15 pounds overweight as a basketball player? That's all you do.
Right.
As a center, they can't afford to have extra weight.
Right. And this is when they were talking then that you were going to take the reins of it.
LeBron chose you to take the reins.
And then he came back the following offseason. And this is when I knew he was scared, where there was possibility of trading him after he said that he don't touch a basketball, I think, to April or something like that. That'd be the equivalent of me and not doing any workouts until I go to minicamp. I think with AD, I do understand his frustration and that's part of playing with a Tom Brady, of a Mahomes. So who was everybody talking about right now in the Super Bowl? They're talking about Mahomes. But you know who won that game? Travis Kelce. Now, granted, he does get talked about, right? But it's always Mahomes. That's what happens when you play. Same with Tom Brady. The best thing James White is won 2 Super Bowls for Tom Brady. 2.
He was a major piece.
He was the guy.
He was the go-to guy outside of Edelman.
And who was before that? Kevin Falk. You don't ever hear his name. Now, in that locker room, yeah, that's just part of playing with a great player like that. I mean, that's where you see the Scottie Pippen and stuff like that, because you got to think like when Scottie Pippen played, you know what it is? It's kind of replicated. Now, granted, it's 2 different players and stuff like that. Remember when Scottie would kind of punk out sometimes?
Mm-hmm.
Because you'd be thinking like, man, you got a migraine, you just going to just not play?
Mm-hmm. Only when Stricky guarded him.
Right. Like, you got.
He didn't want that.
No.
But you can't. And then Jordan was like, I just need you to just be out there, run up and down the court. Whereas like a player like, I know for you got a migraine, you going to answer the bell.
Suck it up.
But when he got tougher, Scottie got tougher, the Bulls became unstoppable.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand it. And that's where Scottie probably might have some riff for it. Now, where I think Jordan overstepped his boundaries, he was up in there negotiating against Scottie, messing up his paycheck. And that's something that Jordan shouldn't have done.
You sure that happened? I think his agent really screwed
up. His agent, but then...
Because they gave him a deal. They wanted the longevity, and
they gave him the pennies on the dollar.
Yeah, pennies on the dollar. And it's unfortunate because you just can't. It's not like football where you can restructure.
Right. Yeah, they had him locked in, and it was different. But in football, there's a unwritten rule. Even though I feel like you should come in for a certain amount to get the job done, I'm never going to speak on your business, financial business,
right,
in public. And Jordan had big influence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because Jordan said, "Pay that man." They would came up. They would figure it out. And I mean, but I think with AD, I understand where he's going, and he's in a kind of like I wouldn't say an uneasy place in his career, but he is uneasy. He's an established player. He's definitely a top 10, 12 player, without a doubt. He's probably higher than that if I really wanted to start writing down names or whatever. And he doesn't know where he's going. He doesn't know how much longer LeBron's going to play. He doesn't know if Rob Pelinka is just going to blow this whole place up. Because Rob Pelinka, we were talking about before, Rob Pelinka is going to save his job, number one. That he's going to want to make sure that he is the, like I always say, all-time Lakers GM at the end of the day, because he has the direct connection with Jeannie Buss. Mm-hmm. Because LeBron isn't an original Laker, and neither is AD. So if they always feel like you're replaceable, because anybody that plays for the Lakers, you're king. Mm-hmm. And, a lot of it goes different ways. And I think, when you got like a D'Angelo Russell, I think that's where you see the uptick in him. I think he got scared a little bit because he kind of relaxes a little bit. He's too good of a talent to play like he does sometimes.
He's only 27.
Yeah,
because I thought he's been around forever.
Yeah.
He's been this second go around with the Lakers. He went up to Timberwolves and did work. Golden State did some work. I think he learned from the time he was in the locker room and all that
Brooklyn
stuff.
Did some work.
He did major work in Brooklyn. it's hard for those guys to play. I was thinking about this on the way. It's hard for this new age guy to play basketball because they really don't care about winning. They just want to get theirs. You know what I'm saying? Like James Harden, he just want to get his, and then, if it works, we win, we win, and that's where
I feel like James has changed his tune in
he's trying
Los Angeles.
But that's dude. You're on
what happens when you're on the down slide of the great good night. That's when you start realizing, oh, wait, I need to try to get something.
Right. You're trying to get a championship because he's not going to win the scoring title. He's not going to get an MVP. It might be too late, a little too late. Just kind of like Carmelo a little bit, right? It's hard to get a mix and match because there's so many young guys. I heard you guys talking about 20-point scores, and there's 48 in the NBA. You got a lot of guys walking around the NBA thinking they the dude, and then they're not. But just so happens, if you can walk and chew gum, play with a little energy, you can end up 18, 19, 20 points, so everybody's out there trying to get that 20 points because they're looking for, that max contract, super max and all that. I mean, like, boy, DeAndre Ayton. He's like, I'm a max player. I'm always going to be a max player. Dog, you playing like a free agent up there in Portland. This is when he's supposed to take off. Dame gone and everything. You come up there, you average less points you did down in Phoenix. And you talking about I'm always a max player.
Negative.
Yeah.
It's over with.
He like, who you remind me of? Ola Candy.
He remind me of Eddie Curry.
Ooh.
Oh, no. Whiteside.
Hassan Whiteside?
Hassan Whiteside.
That Miami Mike.
Okay. And Whiteside was dominant for a couple years, though.
And then he quit after you got that check.
Yeah. Ayton never reached his peak, though.
That's the dang shame. Walking around, that's all.
Jay Foreman on the end. Coming up with Old School next. Ricky, it's been fun. We'll do it again when?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow's Wednesday.
That's what I'm saying. We'll do it again. Mañana. For Strick, I'm Austin. Talk to you tomorrow.
This dude here.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
The Mill Coffee and Tea. Formerly with 4 Lincoln locations, but now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street.
Coming up in Lincoln, February 2nd through 4th at the Sand Hills Global Event Center, it's the family show of all outdoors, the 55th Annual Boat, Sport, and Travel Show. With RVs, motorhomes, boats, trailers, discount tackle, and family fun for everyone. Interact with exotic animals at wildlife encounters and appearances by Husker football players. Veterans free on Friday, lots of free parking. Doors open at noon on Friday, 10 a.m. Saturday and Sunday. See you there!
Are you in the market for a new garage door or need to repair your old one? It's wintertime, and that means snow, wind, and freezing temperatures, all things that can cause sticky locks and damage to your garage door. If you're experiencing any issues with your commercial or residential garage door during the winter months, call Cameron Hall and his team at Doors Plus. Don't be trapped outside in the cold because of a poorly maintained garage door. Call Doors Plus today at 402-590-5800 or visit them online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Attention all Wings fans! 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
Think you need a new furnace due to a cracked heat exchanger? Call Bryant's for a free second opinion. Might save you thousands, no matter what brand.